Oh. Sorry, just like there was a clump of like coffee, instant coffee powder that then fully dissolved and it just slid into my throat like this globule of. Anyway, why am I? Why? Oh, we're live. Whoops, sorry. To anyone who just heard that, you're watching a game that was arranged through the Gauntlet, which is a community on the internet that gets together and plays tabletop role playing games online. Imagine that online. You don't have to go out into the cold November streets into some drafty game shop to throw some bones, and by bones I mean dice. No, we can just do it online where the dice are controlled by electronic clicks. I mean, you can still do it. I can still do it, but I'm a GM in a PBTA game. I don't get to roll dice. Anyway, speaking of games, what you're watching is the 10th session of our 10th? No, 11th. Is it 10th or 11th? Oh, I've lost track. Oh, no. Second last, penultimate. There we go. I know where we are. Our penultimate session of Masks, A New Generation by Brendan Conway. As mentioned, powered by the apocalypse. Teenage superheroes with all the drama that entails, with all the identity issues that entails. Also, superpowers. What a combo. And we decided to add for this quarterly a school. So an even bigger combo. Yeah, Prospect Academy. I've pitched it before. If you're watching now, do watch everything else involving Prospect Academy. It's all great. Lots of beautiful moments of drama, action, mostly drama, and when it gets good, a combination of both. When it gets really good. Okay. Sorry, the chat is distracting me with their. Sorry, this chat here. There's a rambunctious lot. Oh my god, and there's a kitty. All right, let's just get into introducing each and every person here. Just like get reacquainted. I should introduce myself. My name's Leandro. I use he him pronouns. There's my name there. Cool. I'm running this thing. And why do I say that as if it's a job? No, I love doing this. All right, let's go left to right on the character keeper and introduce yourselves, pronouns, and character, and the cool thing about them because they're very cool. Second last time, Ryan, that you're gonna be first up. Just for the second last time, it'll be fine.
You say that as if I haven't accidentally picked the left column in so many other games. Anyway, I'm Ryan. I use he, him pronouns, and I am playing Mary Landry, who's a she or they, in superhero form, Image, although we haven't really seen much of her superhero form, who is the innocent. Interesting thing about her, she's sometimes made of gross black goop, and her future self is always made of gross black goop. Yeah, a Goominator that I didn't realize was an actual Terminator type, although she has yet to detach from her skeleton. That's super gross. Um, and yeah, she's getting progressively angrier, but is still generally a sweetheart when she's not trying to pull something's face off.
What makes you think your future self still even has a skeleton? Um,
I mean, signs point to no.
no, considering the stuff they've done. All right, moving on from that, a wholesome, pleasant student to another wholesome, pleasant student who probably doesn't want to be a student. Sabine, tell us about yourself and your character.
You're talking about my character. Okay. My name is Sabine. I use any pronouns. I'm playing the Serenade of Thorns, who use they them pronouns. Okay, short version, they used to be the weapon of an ancient, or maybe not so ancient, of a cult from the Himalayas, and now they're in the USA because they ran away from the cult, but they still have the implant in their head. And they have now lately they have freed the implant and become more of an amalgamate between the implants stuff and their own body, which means that they turned into the transformed. Cool stuff about them, I don't know. Their grades are failing because I think they are busy with other things like trying to be a superhero and trying to fit into this weird American cultural thing, which is very strange to them sometimes. But they have friends. Yay.
Friends, siblings, they've created quite a web of relationships and connections in the past since, Jesus, when the hell did Serenade come? May God, that's that is a long time. I think it's a long time to be playing a character. Then again, as evidenced by my intro, I've not played trad games that go on for 5 million years like Sabine has. So I don't have a frame of reference for playing characters for more than a month. So anyway, from Sabine, we go to you, Ludo. Tell us about yourself and your character.
Hi, I'm Ludo. I go by Any All, and I'm playing Xenia Serenade Kasey Dread, that goes by Regicide. They use it to be the science. They took a stint as the Janus under the identity of Errant, and now they are back to being Regicide, and they are following their own path to heroism. Nothing happened at all in the last session. Nothing happened at all.
No.
Definitely, there were not some pretty complicated conversation happening on the after party and on the after punch after party. Nothing significant at all.
After punch in 2 senses.
Yeah, no. Casey's lived a mundane, normal life.
And for the first time in 9 sessions, I'm not hopeless.
That's wow. Wow, that's a long time. We're only on 11th session. How did you? Okay, all right. I'll have to go through the footage to see where that happened. Last but not the least, Gerwin, tell us about yourself and your character.
Hi, I'm Gerwin. I'm playing Princess Hollyhock, who is using the Outsider playbook. Hollyhock is an imaginary friend from the Feylands beyond, the Vale of Story Dreams. When children dream, they psychically transported to this place, and they live out adventures. And one day, her friend, who would always come and adventure with her, didn't come back, so she came to the real world to try and find them, and that's how she ended up in the school. She's a very interesting character, to say the least. She hasn't got necessarily the tightest reins on reality and what actually is possible. But the joke we always make is, no, she's not Fae. She's actually secretly just a demon. Well, let's find out.
We'll see. We'll see. Yeah, we have been hinting at that demon thing for a while. Let's see if they'll come into fruition. All right. So before we jump into the aftermath of the dance, God, it's been quite a run. Let's talk about safety tools that we're using for this session. Remind folks about our lines and veils. Lines are things that won't happen in fiction, just like off the table, so to speak. Veils are things that can happen in fiction, but we're not going to concentrate on it. Like we'll fast forward over them, or it happens off screen, or like a sentence will be dedicated to them. They can still happen, but it's just not going to be a focal point. We are also using the X card for this series, for this session. Well, for this series as well, but also especially also for this session. Sorry, apologies about that stumble. Basically, if we do roll into a scene where folks feel uncomfortable for any reason is perfectly fine. In fact, you don't even need to explain why. You can say you want an X card. You want to use the X card. Either you can say it on the chat or on the video. You can see more make a symbol here, or on the roll for a party. There's a button for it there. I might ask some questions on what elements being X-carded, but no one gets to question if it's used. Like if it's used, it just happens, and we're gonna respect that, and we'll roll back and try something else. And finally, we do have an open door policy. If folks need to step away from the table, so to speak, whether because there's an emergency they need to take care of, or you're more tired than you thought, you need to lie down or something, or you just need to go at any time, like for even 5 minutes, you can call a break at any time. You can say you want to pause the game, we'll pause, and we'll make sure our folks are comfortable. All right. Speaking of comfortable folks, why don't we immediately go back to a cliffhanger from last session. Oh, I see some shocked faces over here. Actually, you know what? If you're not prepared for it, we can skip forward
No,
and flash
last time
back
it
to
made
it.
it sound like you were going to do a skip, and we just wouldn't know what the result had been.
Oh,
so
is that
I
what I
wasn't
said?
prepared. But I mean,
Okay.
I'm down for whatever. I mean,
Well,
I picked
here's-
the leftmost column. Be mean to me.
That's picking the leftmost. I've never heard of picking the leftmost column as like as permission to pick on some. Oh, no. Here's what we're gonna do. We will kind of do a skip over and we'll just flash back to it. And we're kind of like get the tenor of how things are in this school, and then we'll flash back and see how you two want to resolve that scene. So I think the first thing I'm gonna ask is what details about the school as it's moving on to winter, especially after that dance, which a supervillain attacked, but apparently that's par for the course for Prospect Academy. It's not dances are weird if supervillains don't attack. It's just it's a weird school. So I want to get a detail from each, whether it's from your perspective as a player or from your character, what's changed about the school since the Silver Masquerade, or what are details of the school there is as like festive season has gone over. It's now cold, exams are in the offing. So yeah, who has an idea of what's changed about the school?
I think Diamond Dust took a bit of the words of the talk to heart, and instead of having the typical corporate crap of her sponsors, the hallways are now decorated with stuffs with the different school clubs have done, and to fill on the meantime, she even dig up some projects from former students. Not that there must have been that many, considering the generations of heroes before, but she dug up a few of those to have kind of a winter of nostalgia theme.
Aw. Here's the thing with Prospect Academy. Most of its alumni don't go on to be big superheroes or, big superstars or whatnot. Most of them are just, accountants, or sometimes they open small businesses, florists. Some of them become librarians. Some of them, work in the service industry. For the most part, Prospect Academy churns out ordinary people who just have a little bit of extra, and most of them kind of, superheroing. That's for the folks at Halcyon City. And I think kind of like when you dig into like all this winter of nostalgia thing of the people who come back, they are mostly just, you would never guess that they'd have superpowers, or if they do because they have some weird transformed state, you never guess that they just I work as a plumber. Yes, I have electromagnetic skin, and it makes plumbing a bit hard, but I like doing it. That sort of thing. I think that's what kind of like most people kind of discover when Diamond Dust brings in all these like alumni. There are some famous people like like Silhouette, very exceptional alumni. I mean, there's no superhero school that hasn't churned out a villain or two, or a couple. But yeah, I think that's kind of what you get. You probably get like a bunch more career advice, folks. some career advice sessions have been starting up. And get to talk to folks who are like, oh, I'm a cartographer. No, that's not as boring as it sounds. No, especially when I can see through the eyes of birds. They say, trying to make cartography sound very exciting. Sorry, I'm going into a tangent there. Anyone else have a detail of?
Yeah, I have a detail. I think Magnus Gray, who is our director, he is from the Cobalt dimension, and he's stony-faced, literally. And I think he has some weird stone or crystal powers. And in the first year, he tried to make a snowfall on the academy. Those crystals were pretty heavy, and they caused some property damage. But by now he has the hang of it, and I think there are crystals falling from the sky. They are pretty light. They are very pretty. They are slightly bluish, but it looks like it's snowing.
Yeah, I need to check if Atlantic City does get snow. I don't think it does. It's yeah. It's still cold. I can't believe it's not snow, is what some folks have called it.
Yeah, and you can put it in your drink, and it will keep your drink cool. Also, because it's winter, few people do that because having a cold drink in winter is kind of useless. But yeah,
But people still do it.
looks pretty.
It looks really pretty, yeah.
Okay, I've got one. I think the main hall, the sports hall, or what, the gym, or whatever the dance was, is pretty much totaled. And also, there's been damage to some of the surrounding buildings as well. So I think we've got some golden development work crews in actually doing work in the school.
Yeah, they you gotten rid of some of the corporate stuff like the vending machines and whatnot, but there still needs some property development. Well, who are you gonna call for that? Which superhero has actually taken the time to address the needs of what superhero has actually looked to the ground, to the little people, and not just got into fights with cosmic gods. Rather, no, golden development, their feet is firmly on the ground. For sure. They're looking out for our beloved institutions, like our schools. Where's the next generation of superheroes going to come if not from our schools? Golden development's looking out. That's all it is.
But because of that, I think most of the toilets are offline at the moment.
That's she.
In fact, I think we're getting a whole load of people actually cramming into our toilet that we basically co-opted.
God, there's a very noticeable cues to the toilets of the voiceless. Toilets of the Voiceless is my next band. Yeah, it's just my next band. No, it's my next band album. No, that's a crappy band name, but a great album name. Ryan, save me from all these tangents. Which kind?
Sorry, Toilets of the Voiceless kind of blasted out everything else that was in my mind. Since Golden Development has taken over the school and shut down all the toilets, I'm pretty sure that there are some obvious posters or people saying sign this petition to get a different company, because haven't you seen all of the terrible stuff Golden Development does to our fair city? I mean, please ignore that we said fair city, but also they're bad, and we want toilets back, please.
Toilets. Oh my god. All right. So as the semester kind of winds down, and we've got all this flurry of activity. I want to know what your characters have been doing since the dance, after the dance. Oh my god, this chat. You people watching. I'm pointing at you people. You're either lucky or unlucky to not be witness to this chat that's happening here. I mean, unlucky in the sense that you don't get to interact with it. Lucky in the sense that you don't have to run this game and look at this chat and see what people are. Not that I don't discourage it, and I'll keep talking. But yeah, what have your characters been doing? Oh, it is some strong coffee. I should get more of this. What have your characters been doing since the dance?
Holly has not been seen around school. Holly's been going to her job, and when she's not been at her job, she's been out in the evening patrolling. And getting into an awful lot of trouble with the police in doing so.
Interesting.
I mean, it's obvious that Kasey has also been getting into trouble into the police, because they probably are keeping now it's actually easier, to keep popularity and prospect projects and the day job and the patrol, because you're not hiding out. But again, then you get problems with the police because people know exactly what you've been doing.
Yeah, funny. It got easier to keep on track on that when you don't have to roll for it now.
Yeah, it's funny how it goes.
Yeah, not that you had trouble beforehand anyway in terms of rolling. So Kasey's living her best life. What about the other two? Are they living their best lives?
I don't know. That would depend on what Melissa thinks we should do about the whole escaped mental institution patient, and if I really think that the prisoners that Aegis used to hold are in a safe place, or if they can escape. I mean,
Yeah.
if she tells me to go back to school for now and wait for some sort of Serenade signal, then I will do that. But otherwise, I think I might actually kind of try to do some detective work, which I am particularly unsuited for, and try to find out more about this Golden Development Fellow.
Okay.
And his schemes, because that octopus guy with the tentacles, that was weird. And I think Serenade feels more at home trying to investigate somebody and waiting for the chance to maybe find a goon with superpowers and hit them, than concentrating on, I don't know, Second World War with Mr. Wyatt, because they don't even really understand the significance. Because it doesn't have to do anything to do with this now.
Yeah, I think definitely Melissa. I think they probably have like a stern talk with you. We don't have to see and screen on like how is school doing, and you can tell she kind of like we're going back to like first basics with her character. She's reluctant to have to like put her get what will be a teenager to kind of do her work for her. But I think detective work would be up Serenade's alley. I think she's probably like, because Melissa, she says she's tracking down like through official records, like through talking to former Aegis agents, through the director, what's been happening with like the bureaucratic stuff. Well, I think she's probably tasked you to like roam around Shoreline, see if you find any more people like.
Sure, I'll go and do that. Also, I want to know who's paying for my school now, since Aegis isn't there anymore.
Oh, well, you get a very nice email from, let's see, what would the Golden Development Company be like? You get a very nice email from a Susie, Susie Knight, who says that your scholarship for yourself and for your sibling, still legally known as the Nocturne of. And I've forgotten what they're the Nocturne
Whispers.
of. Whispers. Yes, I was thinking Whispers. I was like, is that? Yes. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Correct. I'm confusing far too many games. So I've used the name Whisper too much. The Nocturne of Whispers. That you and your siblings' scholarship will continue to be patronized by Golden Development. Yes, it is just their name of the company, Golden Development, because they look out for the disenfranchised, superpowered youths who are looking to make a new life. They want to make sure that young people like yourselves and your sibling will have a chance for a prosperous
And
life.
I hope that Melissa somehow convinces Serenade to stay in school after receiving that letter, because they don't want any handouts from that fellow. They might find some other job or way to finance themselves, maybe work. Yes.
Yeah. I think Melissa will say like she'll understand. You don't want to be under the thumb of this dude, for sure. I think there's probably she said that she and Enid are working on it, so don't worry about that. But still stay in school.
Okay. I'm not, but she can. Melissa will tell that Serenade is very unhappy with the whole thing.
Cool. Mary, how have you been doing?
I suppose the most obvious thing about Mary is that she appears to be a couple inches taller than she was like a few days ago, and rather than the long pigtail braids she had, it's kind of a short bob thing now. She's changed up her appearance a little. Um, which oh, oh no, enlarge Mary. No, stop. It's long Mary. Um, which I was gonna say sort of hints at the possibility that Mary's current appearance is more determined by her self-image than like genetics or something, which would say
Mm.
interesting things about silhouette, but who knows. Also been hanging out at a coffee shop a lot, just like probably sitting with Serenade, or it isn't innocent. She'd know how it goes. Just kind of like there's a lot going on lately. She is less
Yeah.
interested in her studies and in being the happy flower glitter kid, checking in on everyone.
Ouch. Well, that's certainly a mentality to put forward, because I think well, I did mention exams are coming up, and this is almost like it's kind of buried in under like the emails y'all usually get, that, oh hey, practical exams on at the end of November, watch out for that. And practical exams, if you dig into it, if you dig through all the rat warren of emails you'll usually get, practical exams are kind of like, these are like personalized exams tailored to each student. They're meant to test, well, depending on the data they've collated. Actually, I'm gonna ask Kasey this, because you've been here. This is technically your second year in Prospect Academy. Why don't you tell me what the practical exams were in your experience?
I hate it because instead of designing them for me, at least last year, they designed it for my mom. And they were basically testing me how much of my mom array of powers I could implement. And I hated every single moment of it. And whenever I complained, it fell on deaf ears. They thought that I was just throwing a troutum. Instead, I wanted to develop my powers on my own way, instead of, just being an imitation on the side of the angels.
Yeah, that sounds like something they would do. Yeah, because technically the exams are meant to test like what's lacking in each student, what their lacking is. And this is my roundabout way of saying that yes, we're gonna do that role thing again, but this time it is gonna concentrate on everyone's weakest stat from this session, going forward. Sorry, Serenade, we can't do anything for your weakest stat because it's locked. That was your decision. You decided to lock that at -2. So you don't know exactly what exams are, only that it says that you're going to be tested for where you're deficient in the fields of being a superhero and being a student, I suppose. So that's kind of in the horizon. But then again, everyone seems to have better things to do than school, apparently. So every single person in this table. Well, you what I'm saying is that like you have till now until the next session to bump up that stat. I'm gonna say right now, I'm gonna make a note of what everyone's weakest stat is from here. And I know Kasey has 2, but I won't say which one just to make it fun. But I'll make a note of what they are now from here, and then till the next session to bump them up. Then again, do you even care? Does any of you care?
I'll say right now that fits into what I think Mary's opinion was that she's obviously just getting the exact same test that gave Silhouette, so what's the point? But it's a Greek test, so ha.
Yeah, I think here's something I should mention as well, Mary. I think there are now like even more teachers who are kind of giving you the side eye at this point. I think they're wary because, well, for one thing, you showed up. Well, the other you showed up. And we had like multiple teachers who were kind of like, at you before, but now it feels like everyone, except maybe one or two. You don't really interact with the headmaster, so you don't know what his deal is. Also the administrator. Then again, she'd know what it's like. She's ex-mob. She knows what it's like. Everyone else is kind of like, nah, and they're either being snippy with you or they're just being wary around you, Mary. You're pre-villain. You're not even ex-mob. But Delilah knows what's up. All right, so I do have ideas for what scenes to throw at each person, but like I want to know what you want to see for each character, or if you want a specific scene that's not just for you, but like for anyone. I see. Ludo has an idea of what they want to do. And so does Ryan, apparently. Okay, all right. Well, I want to see what Kasey and Mary kind of doing separately, and then we'll flash back to it, for sure. Because like just to, like I know you're shaking your head, Sabine. I know. Okay, all right, okay. Sorry, I'm assuming things. Okay, yeah, I am. I'm sorry. So you want to trigger rumors, dude? Oh.
Just trying to figure out which button to push to undo my caps lock.
Oh, okay. You seem very insistent in the chat. I want to know what happened with Mary and Kasey in all caps. Cool. All right, let's roll some rumors. Since you brought it up, Regicide, I want to know, how are you sniffing around for what's happening? What are you exactly sniffing about for?
I think it starts with the toilets, which is a weird thing to say, but it's a bit heavy. Why, to repair the gym, they had to shut down the toilets? Are they changing the entire plumbing? Why they are messing? And I get the feeling that the Golden Development might be doing more to the school than just a simple repair job. Because come on, every month the gym blows up. When it's not an attack of a villain, it's a weird experiment with space and time. Why is this being so intrusive for what was a relatively simple event? And she's basically going around people saying how they've been managing with the situation, if they are able to get water at home, because I know that a lot of these people are depending on on stipends, and they don't come for the most wealthy families. So to see how they are managing without this.
Cool. Roll plus mundane.
10.
10. Wow. All right. Okay. That was the most relevant rumor regarding a person or topic of your choice, and you already named the topic, which is what up with them toilets? What? Sorry, there. Yeah, you're right. It is suspicious that the gym gets blown up. Like you beat up the science teacher there at one point. I remember this. The science teachers is their own deal. Yeah. So as you kind of you talk around, and actually, I think what you hear kind of as the school scuttlebutt is that, the gym has always been weird because there's been that hole in time and space that's been there for a while. They just never got around to fixing. For the whole first year you were there, that gym was halfway sinking into that hole, and only now did they got the wherewithal and the budget to expand the gym to actually use the interdimensional stuff. And obviously that funding came from when as Diamond does let all these corporations, specifically Golden Development, mess around with the school. And I think you actually I'm gonna frame the scene of you discovering this because I think you hear some talks of like some students, specifically from the let's see which clique. I'm done with the Harbingers. Probably from the Dead Kid Society. We're kind of poking about that. You know, there aren't just handymen working in those toilets. You know, it's not. No, it's people who are kind of like, yeah. Sorry, the chat is distracted. Okay, all right. I'm gonna actually. You know what? I'm gonna move to the live comments. I don't have to watch. I don't have to read the chat. Sorry, not that you're all great, but you can tell I'm very easily distracted. So I think the biggest rumor is that there, from what the Dead Kid Society, from what folks are telling, the stuff that's mentioning, and I think even I get a feeling that like even this is something that even Diamond Dust has mentioned to you. I think she's taken to hanging around with you quite a bit now. Don't know if you want that or not, but she clearly wants to. I think she's even like let slip that like that she's not that she knows, but like that there's like these theories that like they're connecting something from the weird space-time properties of the gym to like every toilet in the school. They're trying something out.
Oh, if Diamond Dust is involved, then the follow-up goes natural for her, because she was the one that dropped Chestnut and the weird dimensional stuff there. And Regicide found out that the Golden Development was involved on that too. So she knows that Diamond Dust knows about that, and she knows that the Golden Development was also involved there. And she just turns to Diamond Dust and Chestnut here, of all places.
I think they kind of like, yeah, they do the thing I did, which is kind of like abashedly sort of smile. It's just, okay, well, no, I don't know directly. I mean, I think you probably figured out Golden Development's kind of sponsoring my whole deal here with the school, so I only know as much as they tell me. But I do know that, like, you're never into Chestnut, right?
Yes. And I knew what his first attempt into, neo-imperialism with multiple dimensions, how well that started. Now he wants to start it here in Prospect City.
I'm guessing you didn't really roam around the town in Chestnut, because if you did, you'd see that like that town's owned by Golden Development. That type place, just lock stock, it's owned by that company, and they only really got interested because things happened there. Walls broke, and they figured that the closest place in this city, walls as porous as they are, is in this school. But again, this is all I really know. I could try to find out more if you need any more.
Thanks, Didi.
Well, okay, hold on. I'm not gonna do it just for free.
Sure. What do you want?
I think they kind of look around. I need to talk to Holly.
Holly? Oh, makes sense. I mean, we often patrol together, but you kind of messed up her pretty bad. You cannot just go empty-handed and expect to turn things well. You need to bring a peace offering of some sort.
I think there's like a small flash of indignation when you say you kind of messed them up, as if like, oh, there's a bit of old Diamond Dust there. But then she's like, look, I know, and honestly, she has every right to like never talk to me, and like I shouldn't even be doing this. But if you want to know more about Golden Development, I need to be a bit more free than I am right now, and I can't be more free without her help.
Makes sense. Well, I'm not going to promise anything because honestly, Ollie does not owe you an apology or something. But I think you started to understand that both of you grew the person that you are now because of each other, and it's okay if you are diverging a bit. I think at least you want to each other to have this talk, even for I think Holly can also benefit from that. But it's going to be Holly's decision if she wants to talk to you or not. I'm going to talk with Holly, and if they are okay with that, I'm going to tell you to join us on patrol.
Okay. That seems fair. That's fair enough. I think it's probably well, you're probably used to it. I think it's weird. I think you're kind of talking like, where are you talking? Because you can't be doing this publicly, talking to each other.
I think the the place nobody expects, is to be the old journalism club that Diamond Dust closed. And because technically it has not been assigned to anyone yet, and technically it is ours. So pretty much the only folks that can stumble there is one of our team. So
yeah, that's true. I think I think the pretext Diamond Dust used to close as is last year. The most the journalism club did was suck up electricity, and that was Freak putting his finger in the mains. So that was a pretext. All right, so there's the rumor. You're doing something with the toilets using the weird dimensional energy of the gym, for sure. All right, so that's regicide. What about the other three? What do you want to see? I want to see like what do y'all want to do, and then we'll take a break, and then probably flash back to the party, and then see where things tip on, so to speak. But yeah, which person has like a scene they want to see of their own? Because if not, I can throw some stuff at folks.
I've got a scene that I want to do with Mary, if that's okay.
Ooh.
I'm down for talking to Holly, the fairy demon.
Wait,
frame the scene. Where is this?
What's Mary's dorms like?
Let's see. There's probably still a lot of glitter like in the carpet because you can never really get that out, and like unnecessary pair of roller skates in the quarter and stuff. But a lot of her vintage 80s posters she had stuck up to try to make it look more familiar have come back down, and it's kind of in transition where she hasn't really figured out how to redecorate.
Okay.
School books kind of tossed around, and there's probably pants thrown over the chair, like she doesn't tidy very much.
So there's a knock at your door.
Normally, Mary might just yell for you to come in, but instead she actually opens the door to see who it is. Like, oh, Holly, hi.
And there's a man with black hair and fox's ears standing in front of you.
Hi.
Hi. Okay, if I come in.
Okay. Do I know you, or?
Oh, yeah. Sorry, I totally forgot. Yeah, it's Holly.
Oh, okay. Yeah, come in.
Excellent. What are you up to?
And it stuff kind of gestures to the fact that clearly there's like clothes on the floor, and she probably ought to clean her room, and probably ought to do some homework because there's homework strewn across the bed. But what are you up to? I mean, I haven't seen you do this before.
Oh no, I thought I'd have a change. What do you think? And he'll spin round, and they'll spin round, and
I mean, I
and
didn't know it was you.
Stunningly beautiful still.
I thought it was like a relative or something. So you
pull
it off well.
Oh, thank you. I need to ask a favor.
Yeah.
Can you, Regicide's out doing some stuff. Can I borrow you for a few minutes?
Sure, I guess. Should I change or?
No. Yeah, just come down to the basement.
Okay.
And they'll walk out and walk down to the basement.
Yeah. Mary grabs her baseball cap on the way out, kind of plonks it on her head, and as otherwise just in Mary denim.
And we walk down there, and I walk into the basement. I turn on the light, and there's a guy tied to a chair with a gag in his mouth in the middle of the basement. So I need to ask a favor.
What did you do?
He was robbing a convenience store.
Okay.
Well, the cops don't like me at the moment. I can't just go and hand them over. Could you do it for me, please?
So you know that the cops don't really like what I look like in uniform either, right?
Oh, I didn't think of that. What should we do with him? And I think there's that split moment where we both talking to each other, and the cameras focused on us, and we both turn to look at him, and it close-ups on his face. So what do we do with him then? I can't just let him go.
Well, I mean, if we turn him over now, then I don't know if the cops are gonna leave us or not. But we can't just leave him in the basement. I mean, that's obvious. We can't just leave him tied up in the basement forever.
Okay.
Someone would come in, and it would be really awkward. So.
Okay, so that's fine. And she'll go over and pick him up and throw him over your shoulder. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. No. So where are we going to put him?
I mean, we should probably put him, like, not in the school. Like, we should turn him over to the cops. Maybe I don't know, like, could look like not either of us and hand him over.
I could look. Oh, I can look different. I didn't think of that.
I mean,
Oh, you're brilliant.
Yeah.
And she'll lean in, and she's got the guy over one shoulder, and she leans in and basically hugs and pats on the back. That's
Mary
great.
smells at the guy like, I'm sorry.
Yeah, the guy behind the phone, he's trying to talk. He's like, the quirk an eyebrow as if trying to lecture you.
You know, sometimes it's so hard to figure out what to do. I mean, back home we just kill them and then help them up the next morning. But I can't do that here.
Yeah,
Can I?
I mean, no. Good job not killing them, because they don't just come back the next morning here. I'm pretty sure.
Oh, well, that's a pity. It would have made it so much easier.
Yeah.
So, can I ask a favor? Actually, sorry, can I ask a question?
Yeah.
You know that, you know you?
I know me, yes.
You know when we were fighting you?
Oh, yeah.
Was that really you?
I mean, it's complicated, okay? Like, that's future me, sorta.
But how can it be future you if you're here?
I'm from the past.
But you're here.
I know, right? Like, so it doesn't necessarily need to be me, but and I don't know. It's weird. Like, can I tell you a secret?
Yeah, you can tell me a secret.
Totally ignoring that there's someone slung over Holly's shoulder. I was talking to Stalwart, and they said that, like, they defeated, like, beat and completely crushed forever, like future but also past me, and that's why they're a villain now.
So Stalwart makes you a villain.
I guess, but Stalwart seems really nice. Like, I like Stalwart.
Um,
But also they were like apologizing for having made one of me kind of that.
so to stop you becoming a villain, we have to defeat Stalwart.
I don't think so. I mean, I don't want to defeat Stalwart, but it's really complicated, okay? It's not the sort of thing friends normally tell each other.
Okay, so you don't want me to go and defeat Stalwart.
I don't think so.
Can I read the mask? Can I pierce the mask at this point?
Yes, you definitely can.
Do you have influence over Mary?
Yes, I have. I believe I have influence over everyone at the moment.
Take a +1. So yeah, it's not really a thing friends mention to friends. Oh, I defeated a past version, technically the future version of you. Also, I'm a clone of your friend. Well, they haven't said that yet.
Stalwart has not mentioned that.
No, they have not.
Okay, so that's a 9.
Oh yeah.
So
Where's that?
sorry, that's a 9. That's a 9 before my modifiers. So mundane. Oh, it's a 10 actually. Why have I got mundane that high? That's crazy.
I don't know. Did you get 3 questions thanks to it?
Okay. Okay. So what do you want me to do? Hello?
Oh,
Oh,
I'm
sorry.
considering the answer.
Sorry. I was on another screen. I thought I'd lost connections.
No. You are still here. It's not a good or helpful answer, but I think Mary wants Holly to have all the answers for her relationship weirdness because Holly is so inherently weird. This can't be the strangest thing she's heard. I mean, they've heard. It's probably come up before. It would be really reassuring if this had come up before.
Okay. Okay. So what do you intend to do about it?
So between piercing the mask and having earlier seen Mary's room, you probably know that where beforehand they're very into, I mean, that's not me, it doesn't really matter. They're definitely trying to piece together a timeline of what happened with Silhouette and how much of it's crossed over with Mary, and also how much of it was Stalwart.
Okay. So what are you really planning?
You're asking all the hard-hitting questions right away. How dare you, Gerwin?
To be fair, they're the first 3 questions on the actual chart itself. So
They're not normally so hard-hitting. I'm not sure if it's just that you're good seeing through to Mary's soul or whatnot, but or if you're just good at reading how Mary thinks or something. But looking right into the depths of her goo heart. Does she even have a skeleton anymore? We just don't know. That she's sort of half thinking that, like, if Holly doesn't have the answers and Stalwart only made things more confusing, and Serenade is very normal but not going to have the answers for this sort of thing, the only person with which to consult would be Silhouette.
Okay. So, where should we put him? Should we dump him in the bins outside the police station?
That's a great idea. They'll check the bins and they'll find him, and they won't know that it was us.
Okay. How high should I drop him from?
Not very high. I mean, humans aren't great at like handling falls unless they're like me or I don't. Think
Oh,
but I think
don't you
we can.
bounce?
No.
Oh.
Generally, no.
Sorry, I didn't realize. Okay. Okay. Well,
I think we'll cut from there if that's okay. There was a thing I did want to ask that in that talk earlier, Mary. Do you think your team vulnerability move got hit at some point?
Oh, quite possibly. What is my vulnerability move?
Ask them if they think you could turn into your future self.
Oh yeah. So I guess as oh my goodness, I suddenly forgot Holly's name, even though it is such a simple name to remember. As Holly is asking if that's not you, that's a different future because you're here and everything, which is totally Mary's logic from like a week ago. I don't know if she asks outright so much as that it's really clear she's looking for an answer of like, but that couldn't be me, or does it seem like we're the same person? You used you for both of those. And it's trying to watch Holly for a sign that Silhouette is or is not Mary.
So yeah, I think. So do you think it triggered? Oh yeah, I'll go.
sorry, I was just trying to find it. I just realized I have to actually scroll to the left to find. Here we go.
Yeah, I'm all the way to the very, very left, like
Well,
the person who made a poor choice.
I specifically asked if you thought that Stalwart turned you into Silhouette, so I think I've already answered that.
Oh yeah, because you were conflating me and Silhouette
Yeah.
to an extent. So yeah,
Mark potential.
so I mark potential and the GM shifts my labels.
All right. I'll leave this choice to you. How do you think that conversation made Mary feel? I'll shift your labels accordingly.
Very confused and not good.
All right. Even though your exam is going to be marked as exam, I'm going to be nice. I'm going to bump your freak up and your savior down.
That sounds fair.
All right. Change that. Okay. All right. I want to touch on Serenade, and then we'll take a break. So Serenade, what have you been up to? When we turn the comic book page, what do we see about you? I see you telling me in the chat that okay, Serenade has a lot going on.
Yeah, I think we could lean into some of the detective work they're doing for Melissa, and I think what they will have told Melissa is that they feel like they're hanging somewhere in the air, and that the Earth itself is hanging somewhere in the air because the next alien invasion is going to stand against it. If there's no Aegis, or if there's a superhero running rampant, who is going to take them in?
I think Melissa probably responds to that with just like some big questions there, Serenade. Right now, let's focus on getting the job done, and then we'll figure out whose job it is to get it done.
This is my future.
Well, then you're gonna fight for it, right?
I will. But I feel it would be better if there were other people also fighting for it. I cannot protect the Earth by myself. You realize that.
I think, and this is like true. I'm imagining this through text. We're having this very serious conversation through text. Unless you wanted to be talking to her.
I will always. I think I'll be talking to her a lot right now. Because I mean she's in this whole thing and the others have their stuff going on and I don't know what they're about and I don't probably they don't know what I'm about. So
Yeah, I think Melissa texts back saying, "I never said you're gonna be alone in this. You are not the only person who's fighting to have the future they want. It's just that sometimes those who try to do it for you mess things up. Aegis is gone doesn't mean we can't build something else. In fact, now that we know how much they've messed up, we can work to try and avoid what they did, and maybe we can build something better. But right now, someone is trying to build something on the backs of Aegis, and we know it's not going to be better.
yeah, it's gonna be worse.
So
because
let's concentrate.
okay, I guess. I
Oh,
guess I
I think they're trying to shift their labels. Your labels, actually, they're telling you your place in the world.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, I thought that
yeah.
that's what they were doing. So
Yes, I think they're moving your savior up.
yeah,
And kind of, and to an extent, kind of like your superior down, as in like
Yeah.
she's telling you that like, okay, we need to concentrate on save.
Yeah.
There's an immediate problem. Let's concentrate on that.
yeah, you're a foot soldier, and I'll just for the moment I'll eat it because that's fine.
God, you're well used to that, aren't you?
Yes, I'm well used to that.
Yeah. So I think she's also said like, okay, I know someone who can direct you to some old Aegis haunts. They're very experienced in dealing with the suits. They were part of that mental support prison, but we managed to get them out before Golden Velvet could do anything to them.
Okay.
Also, and then Melissa kind of responds like, "Oh yeah, please don't beat her up again. She's clean now." Then
I think I'll text back. I think I've heard that before.
yeah, I guess. So I think you're probably meeting up in Prospect City.
Yeah.
Then you're gonna do detective work. You're in Shoreline, and yeah, you're probably gonna start off from Poseidon's Adventure, cabin, which is closed for reservations again.
Mhm.
In fact, the owner kind of throws you some very dirty looks.
Yeah, I'm pretty recognizable.
Yeah, because you got you got your transformation. Yeah.
Yeah, it's very weird when I'm on the bus. People stare at me and
Yeah.
take pictures on their phones.
Also, the people doing the renovations, you've seen their logo in school.
Mm. Yeah, I know who this is.
Yeah. So I think
I had to punch someone who was in my toilet.
So I think you hear like the tapping of a cane behind you, and so you hear like kind of like slightly labored breathing, and you hear like a familiar voice kind of go like, when Melissa said they're gonna send someone who I knew very well, I didn't expect to be someone who kicked me in the face last time we met.
I'm turning around and I say, are you saying you did not deserve it?
And former Aegis agent, what's their first name? Because I always just call them Agent Sunday. What was her first name? Yes.
I have no idea. I had even forgotten Sunday.
Yeah, her name was just Agent Sunday. That's why we just called her. Victoria. Her name is Agent Victoria Sunday.
Okay. Right. Somebody had a closer connection. I think that was Michael.
Yes. Yeah. Yes. So former agent. For anyone who didn't know her, imagine Felicity Jones in a suit. That's it. And she's got a cane. She got stabbed through the heart by a PC. She was possessed by it. Well, maybe she was possessed. Maybe she was working. I don't know. With those aliens. I don't know. But yeah, you turn around. She's aged quite a bit. Getting stabbed in the chest would do that to you. And she says that. Oh, that was not. Yeah, that was not you. You did kick her in the face before she got stabbed in the chest.
Yes, I totally did.
Yes, you totally did. She was working with aliens. Was she possessed by aliens? I've already forgotten.
She was possessed at that point.
Yes. So she kind of like leans to the cane and she just kind of like smiles briefly and says, "All right, fine. I can't really say I didn't deserve it when that happened." Anyway, but it sounds like I have you to thank for alerting Melissa and a few others on what's been happening with Golden Development. So thanks.
Very well now. What is happening and how can we stop it?
Follow me. And she kind of leads you down a few alleys away from the Poseidon Adventure Cafe, and she says, there are parts of Prospect City that are, well, you saw them, like that safe house where we kept Mrs. Smith, where Mrs. Smith hid away. There were many certain parts of Prospect City like that, safe houses for Aegis that apparently was co-opted by Howl Division to hide their victims. That's where your friend Lenny, formerly known as the Scorpion,
He's
was
not my
kept.
friend though.
Okay, well, that's good to know. He's not really a friendly type. And I think as she's saying this, she's like tapping the wall next to her with a cane, so trying to find like a specific spot. And then she's like,
I will attempt to analyze the wall. I mean, I have certain energy perceptions that she does not. So maybe I can just kick it open.
cool. All right, that's sounds like an assess.
Okay.
Oh, it's superior.
Oh, damn.
Well, do you want to like do something more
Oh.
specific? In which case,
I have a 9, so that's
Okay.
fine.
That's fine.
So assess. Yeah, what's my best way in, I guess?
Um,
That's not here, but what is here is... Who here is the most... I want to know how to get in. That's
okay.
what it is. What here can I use to get into... Get the door open?
Okay. I think as Agent well, she's not Agent anymore. Victoria, Vicky, as her girlfriend called her, as Vicky's kind of like tapping through the walls. I think as it's hitting the cane's hitting, you can feel the vibrations, and I think you can sense like you can see suddenly that like behind the wall there's like this entire like a labyrinthine structure that's like hidden in some sort of dimensional fold.
Ooh,
Like
nice.
it's way advanced stuff compared to like what
Ooh.
Aegis had. And I think
Wow.
you see Victoria or Vicky kind of like as they're tapping, they kind of miss the part where it resonates, but you can like feel the implant resonate with that power. And I think you can, how do you like force the energy to like make it open?
I think I will gather my chi, and you can hear that because the Serenade implant starts humming louder. And then I will focus it, and then I will strike the exact spot, and there's a sound of a wave crashing against the wall.
Yeah, the
Not
way,
as subtle as I used to be, but I'm transformed now.
yeah, the wave crashes and the bricks kind of like fold into nothing as this doorway kind of opens, as this hole kind of opens in the wall, and you see that like you're looking into. Trying to remember, did you see the inside of that safe house? I don't think you did. You were fighting the ninjas. You were busy fighting the ninjas. You didn't get to see inside the safe house, but it is just like that.
Ninjas?
Yeah, you
Okay.
fought ninjas. You fought your sister who
Oh,
took the
right,
long
that
sword.
was
Yeah.
the ninja. Yeah.
You fought your sister and a bunch of ninjas.
No, that was Thulin. That was Jamie who fought the Arya. We were dealing with the Nocturne, I think.
Oh no,
at
no,
that
I was
point.
talking about the adventure before that.
Oh,
Before
okay.
we first met the suits, you fought her.
Oh, okay.
And
Yeah. Oh, that one. Yes, I remember that one.
sorry,
That's
we're getting
where
to
I
the whole.
Sorry, that's where I knocked out Ferret's character.
Yes, yeah, your sister used your kill code against you. Just not fun. Yeah, so the doorway kind of opens, and you see into this like long fluorescent white hallway that's leading further than you know this building is. So like it's longer than the building is, so you can tell that it's an opening up there to some sort of weird dimensional space.
Oh.
And Victoria kind of looks at you and kind of like smirks a bit, and you see like a bit of that cocksure asshole agent you dealt with beforehand, and she says like, I wasn't gonna comment on it, but you've changed quite a bit.
It's obvious. So have you?
Well, I was gonna say only one of us has changed for the better, but and I think she kind of nods at your look right now. Is this for the better for you?
Yes.
She shrugs. Well, I'm not gonna judge on how you
And
coexist or whatever.
you have no right to judge on what I am and who I am.
That's
I
fair.
will work with you, Victoria, but please do not assume that we are friends.
Fair enough. And she walks in ahead of you, into the hallway.
She thinks that's a good idea.
Oh yeah, well yeah, of course. You know, someone who gets stabbed in the heart and carries on with doing the job. She has all the best sort of things. She's got priorities. Okay, I'm gonna call a break here because I really need to use the toilet. Let's take 6 minutes.
So light.
Come back
Yep.
at 10 past, and then we'll sort out all these threads and see where they go. So be back at 10
Because
past.
eventually I will want to talk to the other guys about the whole
Yes.
development thingy.
Yeah, tie all loose ends. Yeah, that's the plan. Sure. Oh god. I wasn't lying when I said next month Mask is going to be like a series finale. Moving on to other stupidly long year-long campaigns. I've run so much Masks. It's so much Masks. Uh,
But you do it so well.
I guess that's what people say. Yeah, yeah. Actually, according to my spreadsheet, I've ran/played close to 60 games of Masks this year. This run
That's a
slash
lot.
play. It's a lot.
That's a lot of games of Masks.
Yeah, it's a lot of just one game.
It's almost as if you liked the game.
Yeah, it's almost as if yeah. Well, I know 5 of those games was run by Ryan, which is really that game was a roller coaster and a half of emotion. Ugh. Ugh. All right. Hold on, let me just do a thing. All right, cool. All right. How's everyone doing? I'm good.
Fine.
You sound fine.
I'm looking at my spreadsheet now.
Oh, okay.
I have only played 28 Max games this year.
Yeah, get up on my level. sorry. That's-
No, I have to sleep.
yeah, I don't sleep. That's my other thing. Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Anyway, all right. I kind of wanna. Let's see. Sorry, I'm looking at the chat again. I want to jump back to Kasey. And what your plans are now. You've got an ink. Everyone's kind of circling around the same conspiracy. Well, 2 of you. The other 2 are getting deep into your feelings. So I guess you got a choice, Kasey. You want to circle more of this conspiracy or get deep into your feelings? Or is it time? Is it time to go back?
I mean, no matter what, I think at least Casey is going to send a message to Holly to see what they think about Diamond's death proposal before anything else.
What's the message?
Yeah. What's the wording on this?
So I mean, I think Casey is going to say, "Hey, Diamond Dust seems to want to have some last words to try to at least that you don't depart angry at each other. You don't own her anything, but you know, if you feel like that, she can join us in patrol and you two can chat."
I'm not angry with her. I'm not angry with her at all. She barely comes into my thoughts at this point.
Yeah, that's in a way that's. Yeah, I get you. But I'm gonna tell you the same thing that I told her that points and pros that
I'm sorry, Ludo, you've broke up there, I'm afraid.
no, I froze.
Yeah, you froze there for a bit, and then something collapsed over at Gerwin's side. Oh dear.
Sorry, 1 second.
Okay, that's fine. Yeah, Mary has more important things. I'm gonna use this time to catch up with the chat.
Sorry about
No worries. Okay, great. Go back to you, Kasey. You did freeze up, so we didn't get what you were saying.
Yeah, I get that you moved on, and I'm happy for you for that. But you cannot deny that you grow in part in the person that you are through each other. So I think a final word might be healthy for both of you. I don't know. This is really not my call, and I'm sorry for even bringing this up. They approached me for this, and I think You shouldn't.
No, it's not a problem at all. It's not a problem at all. I'll have. She can come along. She can be our sidekick.
Okay, so I'm gonna meet you on patrol later. Actually, we need to get the band together. There's something I need to talk with them about.
Yeah, brilliant. What time?
I mean, let's see when everyone is available. So either before or after patrol.
Okay. Oh, out of curiosity, do you know where they're holding Silhouette?
No, not really.
Oh. Okay.
For obvious reasons, the teachers are kind of keeping that information away from us.
Oh, the teachers know.
Of course, the teachers must know. Who else?
Oh, I assume the people in the suits.
Which people in the suits? You mean Golden Development?
But they've taken over after the super spies you used to talk about, haven't they?
Shit, you're right. Oh, well, I guess that's definitely something that we need to bring up when we are together. Thanks, Wally. I did not think that angle.
Okay. So they're at Golden. She's at Golden Development then.
We don't know. That's what we need to talk about.
Oh, okay. Okay, I'll see you later.
Okay, see you later. So flashback time?
Yeah, since we brought up Silhouette, let's do the as we flash back to the party. If you remind us, Kasey, what was it that you said to Mary? I know it's been a week, so if you don't have the exact wording, it has been a week. A week, yeah.
So I think the phrasing was something like, "You make quite difficult not to love you, Mary," or something of the sort.
Yeah. So we're cut back to the party. Holly is off trying to seduce Osprey. Screech has moved on to singing Journey songs. I think she's singing Separate Ways right now. So that's the backdrop. Just imagine that. A very hoarse emo girl singing Journey. Probably should be singing something more appropriate to her look. But people the party's kind of like not died down, but it's died down to the point that karaoke is happening. So Mary, turn to you.
I think Mary just looks startled for a second. We're saying, did you know? I mean, I was talking to Stalwart earlier, and
What about their identity? Yeah, they reveal it to me, but their disease. Well, I think you can call it a disease, but that was not my business to discuss. Did they bring it up?
wait, what? No, Stalwart told me they made me.
With what?
No, they said they had to talk to me about something, and that they were the one who beat and brought Silhouette in and made Silhouette
I mean,
but they have a disease.
yeah, but that's less important than that. Let me understand. So they blame themselves for your fate?
They said it was them who actually did it.
Huh.
It's not like blaming yourself when you actually did the thing. You're blaming yourself.
No, it's not. They never told me that.
And you didn't know anything about this?
I did not even know that Stalwart existed, to be honest, until they appeared at my doorstep. Especially, I did not have any idea of what was behind the mask.
Wait, what?
Oh, they did not tell you that either, huh?
No, Star just said they don't like taking the mask off.
Well, I
And I
will not
didn't try.
either. Honestly, I don't know what to say to that.
Just, I guess it's not a problem. It's just, it was feeling like everyone but me was in on this and just watching me fumble.
Well, if it serves any consolation, I never met Silhouette before I met you. So for me, you always gonna be, well, who I know the most and who I believe the most. And
Thanks. That means a lot.
hey, and honestly, I don't know. I don't know what to think about Star Wars knowing this information. And it's not my place, really. I think my place is to support you on however you deal with this.
And I think Mary is trying to come up with a good response, but she's also like visibly tearing up a bit.
Um,
Like,
do you want to cut in? Was that a comfort and support from
is it a
Kasey?
comfort and support? My goodness.
I mean, yeah, because
You're weirdly
Kasey is
mundane
going,
at the moment.
yeah, Kasey is going to offer a hug.
Yeah, do you have influence over Mary?
I do.
Hell yeah.
Oh shit! It's
What?
only a 6.
Oh no! Oh no! No, I'm oh gosh. All right. Well, take the potential. You can actually let me see if there's a way to work this out. You don't have that much team. I'm gonna bump that back down to 1. But this seems like a totally selfish moment to spend that team to bump your mundane up by 1.
Oh yeah, Kasey is going to be selfish. In fact, it makes perfectly sense because who told Kasey to be selfish?
I was gonna say Barry gave you explicit permission last time.
True.
All right. So that means it's a label shift though. So you have to bump a stat down and bump your mundane up.
Yeah. So I'm gonna lower my freak.
Okay. All right. All right. Gets it to a 7. On the hit, the words hit you. Well, they clearly did before we did this roll. um, so you can mark potential, cure condition, or shift labels if you open up to them. Mary.
Well, I'm gonna clear the condition insecure because that seems story-wise appropriate. That I mean, Kasey is making me feel better, so I'm not insecure anymore.
Cool. So you're gonna accept that hug?
Yes, Mary definitely accepts a hug and is all about hug.
Hmm.
And
Is there? Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
look, whatever you become, I'll. If you are Mary, if you are Image, if you are Silhouette, if you are someone else, all I care is that you are happy and you find joy. And if that means being silhouette, I mean, I hope it's not that silhouette because I don't think that she is very happy, be it Stoward's fault or hers fault or someone else. Hey, I know you, and whatever they might label you, whatever path you take, I know that you were my friend, that you were someone that I loved and that deserves to be loved back. That that cannot change, no matter the path that you take. And I support you on that.
And as a counterpoint to that very eloquent, reassuring speech, Mary probably has some mostly unintelligible kind of blubbery stuff about how Casey's being so nice to her, and all she's done is disappoint Kasey from the start. I mean, there was that presidential race, and like, blah, blah. It's hard to understand everything she's saying, but clearly she um, wasn't really sure that Kasey and she were friends for most of this. But it is appreciative and also damp.
All right. I think we'll cut that flashback there, and I think we'll actually when we turn the comic book page, which is probably the page, the last panel I was concentrated on Mary's face, and when we turn the page, we do some like Alan Moore Watchmen style. Oh, it's the same posture in the same face, but it's a different panel. It's back in the present. Yeah. So yeah, Mary, we'll cut to you for a bit, and then we'll wrap up Serenade's thing, and then bring you all together. What are you up to now? You said you wanted to look for Silhouette? Because you know, but they don't, that maybe they got out. You got that hint from Screech from the party. Well, specifically what she said is that like, oh, sorry, Zero G couldn't make it because he was hauled off by the police for questioning. But he said that sorry, he said specifically to say to Mary that sorry he couldn't make to your fun huddle. So you know, but your friends don't, that they're still out there.
Although, because of that comforting comfort and support, Mary is probably gonna text Kasey that she's got stuff she needs to do. She needs to find Silhouette, and just kind of leave it at that. But being Silhouette's past self, she has a decent idea of where Silhouette would go. So I think she attempts to like pierce her own mask to see where she would hide if she were a supervillain.
Okay, all right, yeah. We're gonna say yeah, this is kind of piercing Silhouette's mask. But I do want to like couch it and like, what are you doing to try and find them?
Oh,
like
right.
like fictionally. What's Mary doing? Is this the time to finally like dig into what they were doing as Mary in this school and like look and finally looking at the internet? Do you even know how to use the internet?
I'm pretty sure the internet is covered in that displaced student orientation class that she has to take.
Yes.
So yeah, she has probably stared at the internet with non-copyright infringing Google, where it's like Poogle or something.
It's full of memes. What are memes? Cats? Dogs? Who has a cheeseburger? What's up with that?
Yeah, short break while she is crying laughing at very old Ken has cheeseburger memes. But then back to the search.
Yeah. Have you heard about this evolution of dance video? What's up with that? Okay, cool. All right, so roll plus mundane. Mundane's pretty good.
I was joking, but yes, I will totally roll to pierce my own mask.
Your own mask.
That's a 9.
Cool. Sadly, we don't have any more team to selfishly spend, unfortunately. All right, so you got one question.
What do you want me to do?
Ooh. That's interesting. I think as you're going through the search and you piece together some more concrete stuff, you probably find like a old news article written probably around 1996 or something or so. It's like an archive of old news article of dust up between Image and Majestic Magenta, sort of thing. And old future articles, yeah, and you kind of see like, yeah, this was when Image kind of like got into a fight with another superhero after having been saved from the Dread Island. You get stuff like, oh, this was their first, their debut as Silhouette, which involved taking an airport hostage. Yeah, they did that. Um, yeah, it's just small things like taking an airport hostage,
Yeah, you have to work up to taking over Parliament. Yeah, start with an airport.
Yeah, it started at the airport, and you see like the way they did was that like the way they did was that like they you saw them take over Zero G. They took over some of the air traffic controllers and started directing traffic, so to speak. You see that like they you see that like even older, like kind of like sort of teen magazine sort of articles back when they were Image. She was the bubbly go-getter. She used to partner with the dark brooding Nick T. Nice Nick T. I don't know how to pronounce that name, but yeah, who is your gym teacher who doesn't like you, not for obvious reasons. Yes. Mary was a teen archer back then. God. So you kind of piece you're getting like the official timeline, kind of like of how things kind of get sour. You got like stuff like superhero zine magazines gossiping about how Image isn't really the most tough superhero, but she gives it her all, that sort of thing. And then you see that like her imprisonment in Dread Island was a while. It wasn't like a fight and she got defeated. Like she was there for a while. You get stuff like that. You're assembling like the basic facts, and I think you kind of get the sense that I think you kind of get a sense. You got this like connection with them, not an actual physical connection, but like you get better understanding. Oh yeah, sure, yeah. There's totally a YouTube channel. I think you are watching one of those things. Like, yeah, whatever happened to the Image of tomorrow, or just like dumb Superman reference. But yeah, I think that's the name of like this YouTube series looking at former superheroes, and that one is the most popular because it's the only one about a superhero who turned into a supervillain. Not that there haven't been any others, but this YouTube series is concentrating on like superheroes who retired, or who got lost in other dimensions. But this one's the latest one's about you turning into a villain, and I think you watching that and you see like they got some shots about Prospect Academy, which totally exists. It's not 4 hours and 56 minutes long. Thanks, Ludo. No, it's that much more concise and less rambly. Don't shush, Ludo. God damn it, this stupid chat. Yeah, you get the sense that like, well, you don't. I think you get what they intend you to not be. I think they intended you to not be who they were at your age, basically. They, to an extent, they kind of wanted you to be like, they don't want you to go through what they did, basically. It's kind of all of it. The reason why you think they thought you were boring, when they said they think you're inadequate, because they think that you're on a collision course to be like them. And they've seen that. And they've been that. They're totally projecting out.
Oh, my future self really does care.
Yeah, but you get the feeling that like they've gone through so much that they really don't know how to articulate that other than trying to groom you. Yeah, I think you gotta get sense of like they, and from what you're flashing back to when you two talked, that like, and from what how people kind of framed image at the time as like, oh, she's a shapeshifter, cool. Check out her partner though. She beats up people and is super trained. That sort of thing. You gotta get the sense that like if you knew what you could do back then, you wouldn't have been defeated at Dread Island. You know, you would have been far more equipped. But in a roundabout way, that was kind of turning you into like them because they don't know how to interact with people anymore. I think, yeah, you can get that from like seeing their life story. And I think I think, well, just to like, okay, here's what it is. I think I'm gonna wrap up the scene and we'll move to Serenade, but I think you hear a voice behind you, kind of like, and you hear Zero G's voice kind of go, well, when you kind of lay it out like that, my life's kind of pathetic, isn't it? If there's anything you want to say, I'm going to cut away from you.
Mary kind of turns around from her YouTube binging and says, it took you longer than I thought it would. And then we can cut probably.
Nice. All right. So, Serenade, you're back to the hallway. Here's what's gonna happen. We're gonna clear this up, and then we're gonna cut to the four of you back together, and then we'll probably flash back to whatever conversation Mary had with her future self. So, Serenade, you're following Victoria through kind of like this white long hallway in between dimensions, and she's kind of explaining that like facilities like these were built to house we call them nuclear threats back then. They were things that could destroy all manner of other things, but in a scale beyond what we expect. You're talking people infected with reality-eating parasites, or crystals that could refract light into unknowable particles. Things like that. Then, of course, the funny thing is these facilities were built with the help of the suits. We couldn't have built anything like this without them. They're well practiced with piercing dimensions, it turns out.
Well, that is not exactly funny.
No.
As I understand the concept of funny. I think it is the correct word would be ironic.
Exactly. I think oh, she doesn't say that. I think she kind of falls silent, like, thinking about that. As you kind of walk down this hallway, you're gonna pass by like there are quite a number of empty cells and doorways, just like walls looking into like, there's places with like beds in them. You pass by like an empty canteen of some sort, and she kind of said, sorry, I was thinking of what she was gonna say and it went out of my head.
So I will ask her, where did this arsenal go? Does Golden Development have it now? Or somebody else?
Only some. Most of it got transferred to other facilities. Melissa was being dramatic. Well, she said Aegis was dismantled here in Prospect City, but we still have a presence outside. But that doesn't mean that. Sorry, Ludo's making a face there. But not that. We still have some presence. We're allowed to. Aegis is allowed to exist now as an archival sort of agency, mostly to keep stuff like this. Although
That makes sense.
some have been reappropriated by private companies.
Which is not better.
Yes, I was hoping, and I think she stops outside of the door, and she keys himself in the keypad, and it's like, I was hoping. Well, I'm hoping some of these items are still here, and then the door kind of opens, and she leads you inside, and it's like this pristine. It's a pristine, just white sort of room. It's kind of off-putting how white it is. It kind of looks like you're standing in some sort of void. The only thing that's there is you can see there's a pedestal outlined in the middle. Like outlined, it has like the dark. It's a white pedestal with like deep dark borders on it, just so you can see it.
I can
But
see it anyway.
Yeah, but there's nothing on the pedestal, and she kind of sighs and she says, "Oh, the reason why Melissa asked me to bring you here is, well, some of the items we can still track. In fact, one of them you've connected with before, and we're hoping you can help us find it."
What is it?
Well, you and me. Well, I guess I've had a more intimate experience with it than you.
The
And-
tuning knife.
She kind of like bitter smile at that. She winces actually at that.
Yeah, okay, I can try to find it.
What does that look like?
Let's see. Yeah, what does that look like? I mean, this will be an Unleash My Powers, clearly. I think I want to find the tuning knife cuts through energies, right? That's what it does.
It can cut and manipulate energy. That's
Yeah.
why it's a tuning knife.
Yeah, exactly. And that has to leave a trail in the ambient energy in this room and maybe beyond this room. And my implant can sense and disrupt energies. So I think I might have a chance to do that by unleashing my powers, which goes with Freak. Let's see. I want an XP. Oh, sorry.
Do you?
Yeah, I do.
All right.
And I will have one. I've got 6.
Oh boy.
You shouldn't have said
Okay.
that, right?
Yeah, you shouldn't have said that because now I get to make a
Yeah.
move as hard as I want.
Yeah. Have fun.
So, yeah, I think your implant can sense. There's like a sliver of energy, like a thread, from the knife to wherever it is, and your implant latches on it, and something on the other end latches back at your implant energy, and it sends a shock through like your body, like this eldritch sort of energy kind of smashes against you. Roll to take a powerful blow.
Yeah, fun. Can I roll like that again, please, Gator? Well, no, I can't. It's an 8, so that's
An 8. Okay, so
that's fine. No, it's not.
lash out verbally, give ground, or struggle past the pain. Can't really lash out. You don't have a teammate near you.
No, that's true. I can give. I don't give ground. I'll mark 2 conditions.
Okay.
At that point, I will mark angry, I guess, because come on, this again. And
Damn knife keeps showing up.
yeah, it keeps showing up. It's always the same stupid thing. Damn it.
Yeah.
And
Almost
I
like
think
I should probably make up new stuff instead of keep reintroducing old stuff. I don't know.
that's fine. I think I feel at that point, I feel kind of hopeless because everything's going to shit and stuff like that. And I can't. Damn.
Okay, I think you get knocked back and you kind of fall to the ground, and I think Victoria kind of hobbles you, and just kind of like kneels down next to you, and it's just like, "Are you okay?"
I am not. This thing can hit back, apparently. And I didn't see that coming. And it's always the same. It's always the same things with you in Prospect City. It's the same. I will find it. But not today. Not now. I'm trying.
So-
I'm transforming right now. And
So-
it's not pleasant. So I'm going now. Bye,
All right,
Victoria.
hold on. Wait, hold on. Do you still have that energy with you? You said.
Yes.
All right, hold out your hand, and they reach their coat pocket, and they pull out this weird sort of like, it's like a tablet connected to like this tube, this like cylinder, and it just says like, you got a trace of it. That means we can trace where it is. Here, hold this tube,
Okay.
and I think you hold the tube and you feel it light up, and this tablet screen opens up, and you can see like it's scanning the area around Prospect City. And she said, and as it's scanning, Victoria kind of sighs and says, like, "No, you're not wrong about things happening again and again. And I'm sorry that, well, you have to pay. You have to take the brunt of it for what we did."
I'm not talking to you about this. You worked with the suits.
I think she kind of falls silent, and said her eyes go to the tablet, and I think you hear the tablet go ping, because it's a device. It has to go ping, and it pinpointed where the knife is. Guess where?
Golden Developments. Perfect private penthouse, probably. Or it's in the academy.
Yeah, I was gonna go with the latter. No, it's somewhere in good old Prospect Academy.
Oh, cool. Ah, great. And Kasey went away, cut
no.
cut off by the tuning knife, apparently.
Oh no!
Oh no!
Oh dear! Oh dear!
Oh dear! Oh no!
We'll give Ludo a second, because we're all.
Yeah.
The next scene is everyone together. So
Yeah, yeah. I think maybe it's not. Maybe the ping isn't accurate because the Serenade's own powers kind of start disrupting stuff as well. Quite unintentionally, but
maybe, I don't know. The ping. That's what we're calling this device now. The ping. The ping. The ping. Victoria seems certain that that's where well. There's an indication that it's there.
it's a pretty cat.
All right.
It
You know what?
has yellow eyes. Sorry.
Oh, it's a cute cat.
Wow.
Okay. While we wait for Ludo, why don't we wrap up that Mary and Silhouette for a bit? We'll get in there for a bit. Sorry to put you back in the seat, Ryan. While you got your cat with you.
Yeah, well, Boo is busy trying to whack himself against my face. But yes, I'm back.
Cool. All right. Ludo's not back. So yeah. I think Zero, the form of Zero G takes the seat next to you, but I think as they're doing that, they're shifting to, I guess, their approximation of what an adult Mary looks like. What does that look like?
I was going to ask you what that looks like, because I'm not sure if Mary knows what an adult Mary would look like.
Yeah, well, I don't know. You're Mary, so.
How dare you punt character decisions about my own character back to me?
Mhm.
Let's see. Probably like pixie cut's the wrong word, but like that kind of 80s short but slightly higher and spikier on top cut that like I'm blanking on the names of actresses that had it. And not the like denim shirt and shorts and high tops that Mary's always wearing, but probably some slightly dated, so it's still familiar to Mary type-ish, more adult looking outfit. denim shirt probably still. Why not? They can both have bad taste.
Yeah, I think their taste hasn't changed as much. Oh, there's Ludo back. Sorry, Ludo, we're
Hey.
just getting deep into this. We're gonna do this silhouette conversation and then bring everyone back. Um, so yeah, silhouette kind of sits kind of like next to you, and they kind of gesture at the YouTube video you're watching and say, "Well, what do you think? Be honest. Be terribly honest."
I mean, I think if you were trying to look out for me, you probably could have done a better job.
It's, it's hard to do that when you've not really done something like that in a while. You know, I mean, just well, looking from my perspective, if I came came to you and just knowing what, and you didn't know who I am or what I've done in your name, wouldn't it be awkward?
More than you impersonating everyone I know? Maybe. Probably not.
Probably not. Well, whatever. Oh, go ahead. Sorry, you were gonna say something, Ryan?
No, you were gonna say a thing.
No, I was hemming and hawing on my way to saying a thing.
Mary was also hemming and hawing on her way to saying a thing.
Oh, this is
Clearly, they
quite
are the same
appropriate.
person.
Yeah,
Maybe
yeah.
like a mirror gesture or something.
I think, yeah, an awkward moment passes, and Silhouette kind of like sighs and says, like, "It's just when you popped up in my radar, you being so perfectly us back when it was nice, you know. I just thought that, well, you should stand a chance. You should get a chance to be of stronger stuff than I was." Clearly, I didn't go about it the right way. I just went about it the way I usually do things, which is not trusting anyone and using everyone to my advantage. That's kind of how it goes these days.
Yeah, I'm kind of getting that impression. But I don't know. I guess I thought I could expect better from myself. You know, it's really hard sometimes being the cheerful one. It's not because I don't know what's going on, okay?
I think, well, it is hard. That's why I gave up. Because it's just damn hard. But what I should have known and what I'm telling you right now is that it's okay to give up, you know? It's okay to not be cheerful every now and then. Of course, don't forget to pick it back up because sometimes you forget and you go do things that make being cheerful hard.
Oh, and Stalwart told me about what happened. Um,
attacking the
I'm
Dread Island
sorry.
was stupid. No, it's fine. It was stupid of me to do. I just thought, hey, here's this big flashy island. I think I can do some good there. You know.
And I like to attempt to comfort and support my evil future self.
Of course. What do you say as you're doing this?
Like, yeah, I know I don't know everything that happened. I mean, Stalwart didn't know either, and I probably wouldn't get a straight answer if I asked. But yeah, I'm sorry. Been through a lot, and it doesn't sound like you really had many friends afterward. And maybe just need someone to ask how you're doing once in a while. Not sure if anyone did.
All right, roll comfort and support.
Ha! This is amazing. I got a 5.
Wow! Wow! Oh no! Oh, take a potential. I try to figure out. Let's see. Let me look at my notes. There's more secret stuff you didn't know about.
Yay.
I think. Ooh. Oh gosh. Okay, all right, okay. Here's what happens. You say this, and it looks like they look at you, and you can see like they kind of want. They kind of want to reach out, but then you hear the doors in the. Where are you actually? Are you in your room? Or where is this? Where's this conversation happening? I was imagining the library for some reason.
I was imagining my room, but I don't know if Mary actually has a computer in her room. So maybe the library.
Yeah, okay, that makes sense. We should have firmed that up. Or I thought of this. You hear the doors of the library open. You hear some heavy boots. And you hear a gruff voice. Oh no, you hear kind of like a rather smooth voice is gonna go, search this library. Silhouette can't be far behind. And I think Silhouette kind of stiffens, and they look at you and they say, I have to go. That's golden development. I have to go. And they stand up and they kind of like look around, and they look at you and say like, we'll talk afterwards. We'll talk again more. I promise. Just that they can't know I'm here. They can't know I'm here. Don't trust them. And you hear boom footsteps again, and they go, they're the reason why you're here. And before you can say anything else, sorry, this is a failure. So
Mary attempts to say something and totally doesn't get it out.
Yes, because Silhouette kind of like looks around and walks behind a bookcase, and you don't know, and they don't emerge out of the other side. So they just kind of like, oh, where did they go? And you hear heavy footfalls, kind of like walk around, and you see like. All right, I'm gonna let Ludo describe, because they created this character. What does golden development look like in their in civilian form?
So they have this platinum blonde hair, almost white, with this almost a pompadour, and they fancy themselves for their gadgets that they invented, and basically all they do is to put a sleek golden and blue and silver look, and they probably, if they're gonna go for a fight, they are probably wearing their golden ages, which is their power armor. But they never wear a helmet because they want to be seen as the true paragon that they are.
Yeah. So yeah, you see this true paragon kind of walk, and they see that you're kind of alone with the computers, and they kind of just look at you, and they've got this like penetrating sort of gaze. It looks like they're turning you kind of like inside out with just their gaze. That's why they don't wear a helmet, because they've got this like conviction in their eyes, and they kind of smile, and they say. And they say, like, you're Mary Landry, yes?
Yeah, and I think you're like 20 years too early if you're looking for Silhouette.
Well, given that you're here, I hope then that you know what it takes to not become them.
I guess we'll see.
I think this is kind of like this is using their influence as well. They're equating you with your future self as well. You have 2 different moves you can use to reject influence. I just noticed that.
Oh, yeah, but since one requires using reject someone's influence, and I've replaced that move, I'm not sure I can use the first portion.
Oh, okay,
If
I think.
I can get
Oh,
XP.
what's gonna happen is you're gonna roll with Savior and get an extra +2 if you reject it. If you choose to spit in their face, so to speak. But
Oh
yeah,
my goodness, it's an even better move than I thought it was.
yeah, that combo is ridiculous. Jesus. All right, so they are shifting your danger up and your Savior down. Do you accept or reject?
I would love to spit in the face of someone's influence, but that is totally the posturing Mary is doing at the moment, so I accept and take potential.
Oh gosh. Okay. So yeah, I think you'll say that, and they'll just nod and say, "Well, that's good to know. Good to see that Prospect Academy is teaching our future heroes correct." And they'll kind of like walk away. They're not looking for Silhouette anymore. They're just walking away. And we'll cut to all right. So where did the 4 of you meet? Finally, we get to this meeting. It only took us a while. With some important emotional scenes on the way and set up and whatnot. So where did the 4 of you meet? Back in the toilet? Starbucks?
No, I'm not going to the toilet. Starbucks.
Starbucks.
Yeah, at this point there is just like a corner that the 4 of you grab, and I think Enid's nice enough to like create some sort of psychic field on the corner so none of you can be disturbed. She's nice like that. Well,
Hiya, what would you like?
Hello, Holly. I would like some very strong coffee. And I think you can see that the Serenade is looking a bit weird. Weirder than usual, because you can see all these lines of silvery threads running through their skin, and they're still pulsating.
One strong coffee?
Yeah.
I like what you've done with your face, by the way.
What have I done with my face?
Oh, the new makeup. It's a good look.
It's a wound.
Oh. Are you okay?
Not really.
Who did it?
But let's all talk.
Okay. What's everyone having? I'll go and get this and I'll clock off shift.
I'll get some chai.
Can I
Mary?
have like both of those at once? Like put the strong coffee in the chai or something.
Yeah,
And
that's
whipped cream.
Sprinkles? Come on, you know you want sprinkles.
You know I want sprinkles.
Sprinkles. Be back in a moment. And he skips to the to the counter, pours it all, puts it on the tray, and skips back without spilling anything. Here you go.
Thank you.
So, what's up? Why the long faces?
We have to bring all the development now. It's the entire future of humanity that is at risk.
Yeah, I think it is.
They
Yeah, oh, go on.
no, Serenade. What happened? Did you find something else?
I found out that there was some stuff that was kept safe, and now Golden Development has it. And they I don't know, shouldn't, because they will use it for profit.
Yeah. Do y'all remember Chestnut?
No.
I
No.
mean, that's the point, right? That no one remembers Chestnut.
Yeah. That's the thing. So a while back, I did my own investigation, and I found that Diamond Development was involved in the.
Excuse me, the Diamond Development, is that a thing now?
Sorry, Diamond Dust told me that Golden
okay.
Development was involved in the dimensional research there, and
I feel vaguely relieved.
yeah, 2 companies will be too bad. And basically, they were trying to exploit Chestnut and this research to meddle, and we kind of saw the aftermath of that. And now they are going to do that in literally our backyard. They're going to transform the school into a dimensional portal that they're going to use for their personal use. This cannot be done.
That is what they need the tuning knife for.
What is the knife?
The tuning knife, it's some kind of, I don't really know where it even came from, but it disrupts and manipulates energy flows. It's quite powerful. If you stab someone with it, they might not die, but they will change, I guess.
We need to stop them.
Yeah, absolutely.
There is no way. If a single private company takes control of energy manipulating through dimensions, they're gonna take over this world and ruin it, and who knows how many worlds beyond it's going to ruin it. No single person shall have this power, much less Golden Development.
I agree. I'm sold. What are we going to do? Oh, wait, I'm sorry. What about you, Holly, Mary?
There are literally stars in stars in Holly's eyes at the moment, and she doesn't know what's going on. She's just, why are we still sitting here? Sorry, so why are we still sitting here? I've still got half an hour on my shift.
Holly, we need to make a plan. We can't just run in there half cocked. That's me saying it.
No, indeed, because it's not like we can punch through these problems. Otherwise, I would have dealt with Golden Development the moment he started talking shit about me.
But it sounds very nice if we could just punch him. But if we do that, then they say we are villains and they will hunt us, and then we won't stop him.
Well, Golden Development, the company, is what it is because it has a lot of talented people, including former alumni of our academy. People that actually know what they are doing and are doing their job because they love it and they care about the community, not because to make Golden Development money. I think it's time for us to give Golden Development to the workers within. There needs to be a takeover of the company by the people that work on it.
Okay. We need to buy shares then. That's right, isn't it? And she reaches into her pocket and pulls out her wallet.
Red, Kasey, how will we do that? These people, they're profiting from this company. You're telling them go and topple your boss. Why would they do that?
Well, because they are not profiting from this company. Golden Development is. I'm pretty sure that they are just as screwed over as everyone else. And it's not only the people that are being exploited.
I think you have too much faith in humanity.
Oh, I'm not counting only on humanity. I'm counting on the feelings of things that are created just to bring joy and to make the life of humans easier. Do you know how much a simple coffee maker suffers by seeing how much misery is brought off? Do you have any idea how confused every single machine is? Because they are supposed to make life better, and every day the people that they love, that their entire purpose is to alleviate the burdens, seem to be more and more overwhelmed.
Are we talking about these machines?
Yes, they do have a say in the matter.
For one thing, it's barista, not coffee maker.
No, I think she means the machine, the actual machine.
Yes. She likes you a lot.
Does she?
Yes.
Oh no! Am I supposed to ask permission?
No, gladly. It's her purpose. It's what brings her joy. And you bring her joy. You know how many people she saw coming to tears in front of her and she could not say anything?
Hang on. We need to take down Golden Development.
Yes.
How are we going to do that?
Well,
Serenade's right. I've seen the films. They have these people in suits come in and they buy stocks and then they take over the board and.
Yeah, but that's just changing one board for another. We need to completely dismantle this hierarchy within. But
Kasey, how do we do that?
Yeah, I mean, Silhouette sounded scared of Golden Development. I don't think we can just take him on directly.
We need to show him for what it is, and we need to give the people two tools to take it back.
Oh, I do want to point out that Mary just mentioned Silhouette sounding scared, and like, wait, when did that happen? When did Mary talk to Silhouette at some point?
This is normal. Nothing's concerning about anything Mary says.
I think it goes right over my head.
I think it's going to fly over.
We are having this emotional discussion now, and this is
we can't add any more.
We might unpack this later, but Serenade is like, I don't think that the people will rise and take on a person with superpowers. And even if they did, that won't go well for them. Because the Golden Development, they have allies, Kasey. They have allies. They aren't alone.
Allies too. Look at the people of Prospect Projects. Look at the people that their lives is a misery because of Golden Company.
But what can the people of the projects do?
Golden Development is one person. He has not created anything. All the power is on the people. We just need to bring him down.
The structure is too big. This is too big. It's not just one person. It's a company. It's too big to stop now.
So what? We don't stop it?
No, we stop it, but we can't fight the entire thing now.
We can expose what they're doing with the school, though. And the school has lots of people with powers. And they might not understand what Golden Development is doing there with the knife and the dimensions.
Why don't we stop it ever forming?
What?
What, like go back in time?
Yeah, I'm sure I can find a way.
No. That cannot. That
Eh,
is removing the agency of everyone involved.
I don't think that works so well. I mean, you can talk to Paradox 4.5 or the Harbingoos, and I don't think this works very well going back in time to stop the bad person before they do the bad stuff.
Well,
Yeah,
no,
I don't.
all we
I
have.
don't want to become an Norwegian, Ollie.
Oh, the issue here is that they stopped it. That Aegis was split up, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So we don't need to speak golden development. How do we stop Aegis being split up?
No,
Oh,
because
yeah.
No.
We could
Mary just
go
looks at
back to.
Kasey as Holly says this.
I know the point, but I don't think it's a good idea to mess with
Chestnut
timelines.
happened with Aegis. Aegis, yeah, Chestnut happened when Aegis existed. Aegis, Golden Development was able to get to this power because Aegis was very willing to collaborate with all sorts of people.
That is because Aegis tried to protect the whole world and not just one corner of it. And I know you don't understand that, Kasey, but sometimes you have to make a compromise.
Serenade, I come from a world where Aegis was taken to its conclusion. And I read historical records. I was incubated next to a monument to the price paid, and it was worthless. We failed.
And because you failed, Aegis had to fail too.
Aegis failed. And you know that.
But it doesn't have to.
I cannot believe that you are siding.
Actually, Aegis failed at a part, but it succeeded eventually in stopping the invasion.
Oh, I thought it was you that succeeded in stopping the
invasion.
And
I was part of Aegis at that point.
Well, who did you stop? Remind me.
It was an alien invasion. Look, it's a complicated story, Kasey.
Is it? Because yes. I remember very well who I stopped at the last alien invasion. And I also don't remember Aegis doing very good work back then.
I'm sorry they failed you.
They failed everyone.
Yes, but they also succeeded on other parts. The world hasn't been taken over yet by alien invasions.
Taken over by alien invasions. It's been taken over by superhero backed imperialism. They are no different than Dread Queen on that aspect.
But you can change that.
I'm not going to get involved in time travel, but I want to bring down golden development.
You're already involved in time travel.
Yeah, it's kind of late for any of you.
What?
I mean, she got here somehow, I guess.
I mean, time travel's happened already, okay? You're all messing with the past,
you want to mention what Silhouette told you? The reason why you're here? Did you want to mention what Silhouette?
Right. I thought that detail. Also, golden development is why I'm here. So they moved first. So we should probably finish it.
But should we really go back in time? Is that the idea?
I don't know. I don't know how any of this works, but I mean, we do something.
I really think we should just go and expose the whole dimension stuff with the knife and what they're doing to the school.
Yes, I agree with that.
Can we agree with Serenade. Can we prove that? And is it illegal?
Of course it's not illegal. He's rich.
Exactly.
I think it might be actually kind of.
Do you know how many of these people that we've put away, we've handed over to the police, and now
who have you been handing over to the police, Holly?
Criminals.
The people who have been trying to hurt people.
Who? And what have they done? And why did you bring them to the police?
Because I'm not allowed to keep them tied up in the basement.
Why were you tying them in the basement, Holly?
Because I couldn't let them go around and hurt people.
Who were they hurting?
If I let them hurt people, I would have either had to kill them to stop them, or if they
Which
hurt people,
doesn't
then
work
I
in
had.
this dimension.
Yes, that's right. Although the films say differently.
Have you ever wondered about reformation?
So that's
Imagine if we had just killed you the moment you hurted someone.
Well, we
That's not-
didn't, but we told her to stop, and she did.
Well, he did not bring her to the freaking pigs.
Do we have time to get into a detailed discussion of the criminal
Yeah,
justice
yeah,
system here, or
Holly.
should we focus on golden development?
Yeah, Holly, we're gonna talk later.
what have I done?
I think you did good. You did the right thing. Some people are bad, and you have to lock them up. You
And
can't reform everybody.
yeah, but how did Holly decide that? Holly, how did you decide that?
What do you expect me to do? You expect me to go around and actually say to people, "Okay, let's talk through your problems. I've got a perfect understanding of this world, and I will be able to help you."
Exactly.
Oh,
You are the last person to make this judgment. Why
So
did you call me?
your
Or
problem is
Serenade? Or
No,
Mary?
I did.
No, you did
Oh,
not.
Yes, she did ask Mary.
What?
Okay,
Silhouette,
I've been
is that you?
trying to talk through people's problems since I got here, and it's worked like exactly 0 times. So yeah, sometimes you can't.
I agree with that. I have a sibling who likes to hurt people. Can't talk her out of that.
Yeah, I
Right.
agree with that. But there's a big difference between someone that is actually. Who did you bust? Someone that was jaywalking? You can never know it, Holly.
I
She
just
said people who are hurting others. That's not jaywalking.
there was a man who walked into a convenience store with a gun.
Yeah,
And robbed the place.
yeah,
And threatened people with violence, threatened to kill people.
yeah.
What do you expect me to? Well, how do you expect me to help these people?
Well, why?
No, Kasey. What do you expect me to do?
What?
I have tried to help people the entire time that I've been here. I've done nothing but try and help people. I am not cut out for this. I am not cut out for this. To me, I am so used to just going and doing, and then tomorrow we play another game. That's not how this goddamn world works.
Mary's doing like
I
reassuring
cannot
pet
put up with
pats.
this. I cannot have all this responsibility on my shoulders. I cannot take this.
Well, Holly.
I think I'm going to leave the table and basically run away at this point.
Yeah,
No, I'm kidding.
Well done, Kasey. And I'm going to get up and follow Holly.
well, Holly. Some of us have to live on this dimension. We don't get the luxury of living.
As the two leave, go on, Mary.
Mary was going to say, some of us are from this dimension, and then get up and follow Holly.
You didn't notice outside of Enid's psychic exclusion field to let you have this privacy, so you could have this fight without any other punters. Waiting outside was just Diamond Dust being like, "Hey, join your patrol," but then she saw that you all were fighting. So she's kind of just been standing there, and then Holly, you're gonna probably like stomp past her, and I think there's a moment where she wants to say something, but you look.
What do you want?
I wanted your help on something. That's it.
Everybody wants my help. Everybody wants my help. I help every goddamn person that I come across, and it's not enough. Why won't you let me be?
You, I know that's what you've always wanted to help people. I know what's.
I can't live up to your standard. You made me this way. You made me this way. I hate you. I hate you.
Ooh.
And
gonna
she's
roll
gonna,
to take-
and she's gonna fly off.
I'm gonna roll to take a powerful blow there for Diamond Dust's sake. Just want to see what happens. Wow. Oh, that's a miss. So somehow she stands strong. I don't know why. God. Okay, we're wrapping up this session. Serenade, you're running off as well.
I'm following Holly, and when she flies off, I'm looking after her and trying to figure out how to follow her.
Mary, where are you heading off?
She won't be hard to follow. She has sparkles coming out behind her as she flies.
Oh,
Cool.
God. Mary, where are you off to?
I think Mary both can't fly and figures flying after Holly would probably just make things weirder and worse. So she's just gonna kind of sulk like outside Starbucks with her chai coffee whipped cream thing.
I mean, we can follow just the trail of Holly if you want to come with. There's the sparkles.
And just I've been trying so hard to pick up after everyone and keep everyone together, and I just can't do it anymore. Okay, like
Okay, then
I
guess.
Just let me know if she's okay. Okay.
I'll send you a text. I will send you a text.
Because this is second last session, I'm gonna say that can count as publicly battling another hero.
Holy crap!
You should get a chance to at least get one more of those horribly cynical versions of regular moves. I know you took the coolest one already, but you can have another one of those. It's fine.
Yeah, I want more villain moves. So
they are just villain moves, isn't it? Oh man, imagine if you replace comfort as support. You just dismiss people.
I was looking at it going, oh no, if I replace that, then Mary is like irretrievably not Mary anymore. Holy crap!
All right, we'll make that. Well, we'll make that choice. And finally, Kasey, you're all alone on this table. You can see Diamond Dust is just over there. What do you do, Kasey?
So Kasey leans on her seat, puts her feet on the table, crosses her arms, looks at Diamond Dust, picks up her bag, gets a piece of paper, writes something on it, and folds it and puts it on Mary's stuff.
Oh bother! Oh bother! Oh no! What's happening? God, this well, we're getting to some weird finale emotions here, people. I think that's
and I'm moving to fulfill my drive of rejecting someone who tells you should not be here.
Jesus. I think Diamond just kind of like sees up but doesn't say anything. She knows this is not her deal. I think she's more broken up with what's happened with Holly, but she does look at you and say like, "Are you okay?"
It hurts, but I'll deal with it later. Sorry, things got a bit out of control with Holly. I did not do my part of the deal.
It's fine. It's fine. I think she kind of like unconsciously like fiddles with like something on her wrist. Then you can see like it's like this like bracelet with like a small jewel in it. It says like, "That's fine. It's just no, you're what I mean." No, it's fine. It's fine. I'll deal with it when it comes to it.
And Kasey is covering her eyes. Do you know how to bring golden development down?
think
please tell me that.
Diamond just kind of like sits down, kind of like across from you, and she says, "I might have some ideas." And like, she kind of like sighs, but like, smoke comes out of her lips. And I think we'll end it there. Yeah. Yeah. So let's do end of session. Jeez. I wonder- Yeah. God damn it, dude. Of course, you don't have to puncture a clip. You're really good at puncturing a cliffhanger. Thanks very much. I'm not going to repeat what they said in the chat for you viewers out there. Okay. Let's do end of session. I get the feeling I'm gonna break a streak here in terms of what specific part of that end of session move getting not ever getting picked until now. We'll see. I don't know. Let's go from left to right. Mary, how are you feeling? Did you go closer into your own image or away from the team?
That is a really good question. I think I grew into my own image of myself.
Cool.
Oh crap!
Well-
What are the choices that I make then?
Oh yeah, you have to make the changes.
Nope, not scroll. Let me look at the thing. Why are you so terrible, PDF?
Yeah.
Oh, I have to shift labels. Oh no.
Yeah. Explain how you see yourself and why as well. What do you mean go into your image? What's your image of yourself?
I think that Mary's image of Mary versus Silhouette is kind of glomming together, and so I think Freak is going up and Mundane is going down because she has failed hard on every attempt to just be the normal sweet one this time, and also she is so tired of it.
Wow. Despite their best efforts, you're actually becoming a lot like them now. They were
Sort of
part
like
of.
they're terrible at therapy.
They're not great. Yeah, it turns out the two of you had a lot more in common than you probably expected, and both of you expected.
Sort
honestly.
of like we're the same person.
Yeah, sort of. Serenade, how you doing? Did you grow closer into your own image or away from the team?
I don't know. I might have grown closer to Holly, actually,
Ooh.
because she's out there doing all this stuff. That's kind of amazing. I mean, I grew away from Kasey. I'm pretty sure about that, but I don't know if I didn't grow closer to Holly. It's weird.
Yeah,
I'm
I
sure.
think. Yeah, that's the thing. Are you even really a team now? Oh God.
That's hard to say. That's hard to say. Yeah.
Okay, which do you think is stronger for you? Growing closer to Holly or growing away from Kasey?
That's really hard to say, but I think Serenade is very much fixated on this idea of being part of a team, part of a family. That is important to them, and they had a fight with Kasey, but that doesn't mean they're basically the same purpose in the whole golden development thing. They're just wrong. I mean, Kasey's just wrong. So that's what Serenade thinks, and Holly is kind of like I think they find that while they're hopeless and angry, that I have no idea, really. I don't know. I don't know.
I'd be fine with either. It's like you don't have to make a decision now. Think about that.
Yeah. I don't know. I'll postpone this decision. Okay.
Jeez. Quite a session. Ludo, Regicide, Kasey. How are you feeling?
I'm gonna do, if you are okay, I'm gonna do a weird interpretation of this.
Uh-huh.
So I'm gonna pick growing your own image of yourself,
Okay.
but I'm gonna interpret it as instead of Casey growing into the kind of person that she wants to be, she's kind of regressing. And after seeing them storm out, being unable to calmly organize and have a big badass team moment like they had just a few days ago, and after what Mary told her, she is once again the little girl in the Dread Island, speaking only with machines without knowing another human being, and knowing only her mother as this bigger than life figure that she was supposed to emulate. And she's once again feeling disconnected from people, not belonging here, such as Forain, and again, understanding better the machine than the people around them. And she's on this kind of, well, I'm back where it started. But at the same time, she's like, well, but at least I'm gonna fix some mistakes this time. And I'm gonna increase my freak and lower my mundane. Actually, no, my superior, because she got told off pretty much.
Poor Casey. Poor Casey. Finally, Holly. Speaking of poor people.
Well, I honestly don't know.
What's happening?
I had two members of the team back me up. Two members of the team back me up. There's things there to say that I grew closer to them, but there's wow. I think she's actually growing into her own image.
Uh-huh.
I think she's throwing off the things that other people are putting on her and actually growing more into what she is. And that'll actually come up in my wishes for next time as well.
Okay.
So
Cool.
I think I'm going to be shifting my labels.
Hell yeah.
So I think I'm going to shift my freak up. And I think I'm going to shift my mundane down.
Makes sense. Makes sense. All right. I remembered end of session stuff. Hooray. All right. Yeah. Yeah. Hell yeah. Okay. That's our penultimate session, and that is session 11. We've got one more next week.
I think I'll grow closer to Holly. Come on,
Okay.
why not? And
Okay.
I think I can use the extra move anyway.
Okay, cool. Yes, my ongoing
you
streak
get
of
to
no
shift-
one.
You get to shift my labels, Holly.
I have no idea how to actually do this because I would normally be looking to put your mundane up, but that's not an option. So in this case, I think I will actually drop your danger by one. No, I'll drop your freak by one.
Okay.
And raise your superior by one.
Okay, cool. Nice.
All right. Somehow, against all odds, my streak of no one picking growing away from the team continues. Mainly because it doesn't have any fun. Maybe because if you're given a choice, it's not fun to take away something. Wait.
I think I've done that before because I've taken away influence from Kasey.
Damn it! All right. Well, thanks a lot, Ryan. No, I don't feel happy.
I know I'm the worst. I'm terrible. I'm sorry.
Not you're the best. Just all right.
No, you're great, and you have the best cats.
Yeah. All right. Oh, sorry, Garen. You want to say something?
No, I was going to say my cat's scared of heights, so it doesn't like to be picked up. So.
Shame. We'd love to see your cats Anyway, that's it for this session. The penultimate one, it's done. We have one more to go. Jesus, things are heated up quite a bit, and from places I didn't expect. Wow. Well, we'll talk about that in Stars Missions after the broadcast, but I always like to get it on broadcast. These folks are great. Thanks very much. Whew. Can't wait to see how this will all coalesce somehow into finale next week. I'm gonna end this broadcast. Thanks very much, folks. See you then, YouTube.
Bye, internet.